I didn't have to bring in another character from outside and fit it in Kanguva. He had designed the whole emotion, the whole dialogues or the shots also. He was so well prepared.
Should we wait till the end for a post-credit scene or firstly, Bobby sir, congratulations on winning your IFA award, which was like 2 months ago in Abu Dhabi. I was able to be there when you got the award. Now, in terms of this collaboration, we're seeing a lot more of, Hindi and Tamil, cast and crew members coming together. Do you think there's a new phase in Indian cinema that's taking place now?
It is definitely. I mean, during COVID, people were exposed to all sorts of cinema which exists in India. People had no choice but stay at home, and they got to see how great the cinema was around the country, and that kind of helped, and especially Bahubali when it came out, people realized, what the complete uh, pan-Indian films could be, because it's not just the language, it's the storytelling. Storytelling is what makes a film strong, and I think storytelling is the same. Our cultures might be slightly different, but there's so much similarity between everyone from different states that the storytelling is always going to be, something we can identify with. And I think it's a great thing that's happening. And even now, I mean, look at Animal. It was directed by Sandeep Reddy Vanga, who's from, Hyderabad, Telugu cinema, but he made a Hindi film. Then even with Shah Rukh's film, it's just collaborations happening. It was happening many, many years back also. I remember when I was a kid, my dad was doing a lot of films from South, and they would be made simultaneously in the South language and in the North language. And I was lucky to see that happening. I would see if there were four actors involved, there were two from the Hindi cinema, two from Telugu or Tamil cinema, and they would be dressed alike and they would go shoot and then they would take another shot and the other actors would stand there. So I have experienced that. And there's so many remakes that have been made from the past. There was a time when I remember seeing Kamala Hassan's film, which was remade into my dad's film. It was called Gazab. And I've seen it in the theater to see how the film was. And like Kamal Hassan is one of my favorite actors. I think he's an awesome, awesome actor. So it was nice to see these things happening. But now the world has become so small, you know, and it is high time that it becomes pan-India, and it has become pan-India. So we Indians are all over the world. Look at you guys out there. So so it's great to see this happening.
Yeah, and Surya, moving over to you for this film, you had to prepare for both two roles essentially. What was it like physically and mentally when it came to the preparation for both of these roles?
The one which which is in the current look, the current timeline is actually less than 20 minutes. So I can't say like much about it. I play a shadow cop is the term which my director uses. It's for 20 minutes, but Kanguva is the main time which from the look itself, we had 3 or 4 look tests. We had references from warriors or kings or people whom we looked up to, uh, what they spoke, what they behaved, and what we remember of them. So small inputs from my director, because he's really very good with literature, Tamil literature. He very good with all the writers in Tamil. So he had a lot of references to say like he would behave like this, and this is what he would have thought in his mind. So his choice of words, his briefing was amazing. I didn't have to bring in another character from outside and fit it in Kanguva. He had designed the whole emotion, the whole dialogues or the shots also. He was so well prepared. I just had to follow his brief. Physically, yes, I for all the stunt sequences, you need to be a little agile. You need to be flexible. Little of calorie practice happened to keep myself within that body language during the stunt sequences. And there was during the filming, we thought we'll have a uh, bare-bodied fight and the climax sequence, and suddenly the last 100 days was like a clock. I had to be very strict with my diet, and even post shoot, like 2.5 hours of makeup and some 8-10 hours of shoot, and then removing makeup took 10 hours. But still, I can't like give an excuse for my workouts. I had to go and still go back to my workout, complete it, and then rest, come back and shoot. So that 100 days was a challenging one. the last 100 days. But otherwise, yeah, we completely enjoyed with Shiva's work.
Just on the film itself, as an audience, should we wait till the end for a post-credit scene or
I haven't seen the film, so I wouldn't know. Even
oh,
Animal Time, I didn't know what was going to happen, and when the titles came. So you know.
I've not watched the complete edit yet. I'm just maybe tomorrow, day after. I'm like hoping my
Okay.
director and my producer will show me the
So I'm going to
complete
answer
version.
that question. 14th November is when we'll get to see
yes.
we in theaters and we'll find out,
But
right?
we promise you a big surprise.